he's eligible to play 2019. That was announced like 2 hours ago, basically. So, dude, I appreciate you. Love my visit. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed it. About time. Yeah, it is. It is about time, NCAA. Everyone drop a like in the chat. Dude, I appreciate you, Andre. Yes, please drop a like down in the chat. This is actually the first time we're doing a live stream with the super chat button. So if you want to be the first super chatter, have at it. All the proceeds are going to go to the Kane's Corner for this live stream. So what is up? I'm Kane. How you doing, brother? So this is exciting stuff. This is crazy going on. This is crazy what's going on. But y'all, yeah, you already know what it is, man. I'm excited, y'all. So here's the deal. I looked in at spring practice and I tried to get all the footage I could. So don't do it right now, but after the video, check it out. I dropped the spring football highlights. It's like got all the best highlights, all the best videos. You see straight up them playing. The media actually was allowed for 30 minutes this practice, which is double usually. So I like that. Manny Diaz is being different than Coach Morgan, not as uptight and closed off because garbage rigged offense. Yeah, you don't want to show that off. And Diaz, he's excited. He's out there going crazy. There's so much to analyze, so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start, but I guess I'll start with the big news. Tate Martell in the quarterback room. Just so you guys know, all the quarterbacks played pretty well. For a first name for spring ball, there were definitely mistakes going on, both on the wide receivers and the quarterbacks. But Enos was happy. He didn't think it was just like crazy. Is it true that JW is transferring from the U? I have not heard that. I have not heard that. And I'll be honest with you, I'd be very surprised. That's I'm not even going to start that. ACC champs this year. Andre, I hope so, man. I hope so. But yeah, I ain't going to get fuel to that. It makes no sense because in the quarterback's part, Jaron did very well. They said that he was impressive. He was the most consistent in his accuracy, which is to be expected. Nikosi threw some dimes too, some touchdowns and stuff. Throw down to Harley, his best connection, in 7-and-7 drills, and Gervin Hall was kind of ripped apart and destroyed on that part. So, but Banda got after him, the defense. Have you actually watched Enos' offense when he was at Arkansas? Yes, we have watched State Champs 2019. I'm pretty excited, y'all. I'm pretty excited. It looked really. I mean, the defense of Miami was not the highlighted talk of spring ball, and that's kind of what I want to talk about too. Is people don't think about this too much, but no way, y'all. This is different. I mean, we're talking about the offense more than defense. Last year, it was all about, defense is so good. Well, the offense, we're not sure. We'll see. No, this is all offense, and defense is still looking good, solid, but I think they're going to be just as ferocious. Banda was getting after them. So was the defensive court. I mean, they were just ripping and screaming, shouting at them. Might finally beat Clemson. Look, William, anything's possible any year. Football is an amazing game, y'all, and it's always possible. It's getting crazy. Do I think that the offense we're going to run were completely different? Okay, Kyle, I think it'll be similar. So I think it'll be like at least 75% of it. But I think you'll make tweaks. And here's the thing. I'm going to explain that because he's going to build it around the players. Are Miami players, as of right now, the same ones in Arkansas? Not at all. And they're different monster of athletes. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Arkansas can pull in some recruits, but nothing like number 4 freak Jeff Thomas. Nothing like that. He's going to utilize that. And he loves tight ends, and we have a bunch of them, so he's going to use that too. Now we have 2 solid ones. The third one, Mike Corvin was doing pretty well. He got some balls and got some passes thrown. I also want to say that y'all got to stop sleeping on Mark Harley. Breakout season for sure, dude. Harley was out there. He was his number 1 starter and playing really well. Let's thank the quarterback, not downgrade nobody. Yeah, exactly. No, we definitely have better talent, definitely. Coach of this year's the season, even Tate is eligible. Really, it's all ballgame. I mean, everyone was talking about it. They were talking with Enos and stuff. He said everyone impressed him fairly. Everyone had their pros and cons. I'll be honest with y'all. Tate Martell was not the best quarterback today at all. He threw some zip on the ball. It was really powerful, and he had some nice passes. And he's going to throw up highlights on social media. You'll see those everywhere, but he had some misses, and he had some drops, too, from the wide receivers. Demetrius, what's up, man? You doing? I appreciate that. So, I am doing great. It's been an amazing day, and man, the con's been gonna be so fun to talk about, and I'm excited. I'm just excited. Every day waking up, man. Spring ball, I'm ready. It's been too long, but he had some misses, but he did have some, like, his ability with the running part. He was able to do that, and there's no question about it. And he was the best runner that we have, I think. The kids can have both of both worlds, but it's not like the best. It's just like pretty good. And then Jaren's the best passer, but he's not the best runner. Far Funny note, this is during media day, so it doesn't matter that much. But Carson Proctor, the walk-on, number 11, threw quite a dime to a wide receiver, and people were like, "Oh, that was nice." And then like, who's this quarterback 11? That's Carson Proctor, the walk-on. He actually was at Arkansas back with Eno, so it's healthy. It's nice to have that. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on there. So the quarterback, it's competitive. They're pushing. They're grinding. Eno's like what he saw. They're really being attentive to the game and the film. They're learning a lot. We just keep the vibes up to the move and our most strength. Yeah, we definitely should. What's your opinion on Will Mallory and your comparison for him? I mean, Will Mallory, I think the thing is, my opinion on Will Mallory, and just in general, it's great to have so many tight ends. We have so many great talents at tight ends. And even, it was a very interesting story. I talked about this walk-on. He was a 6'6", Brian Prosick, and I just talked about him mentioning the video, and his dad actually saw the video, and they threw me some film, so we're going to be doing some stuff about that. It's pretty cool. I don't think he'll start this quite season, but I think he's got a really big potential to be a great tight end, and Enos' offense is going to be utilizing tight ends, like 3 tight ends, easily, and I think it's awesome with Bill Mallory, as you mentioned, Brevin Jordan being number 1, and Michael Irvin. I mean, it's his time. It's now or never, and I think Michael Irvin's definitely going to get in some ball game time, and he's gonna, hopefully he doesn't get injured and he's good. Brian Plenty is actually still out, and it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to memorize my injury list, but I think Perry looked the best today, and his arm strength was ridiculous. Country boy Perry did definitely impress people and was solid, definitely. Buddy War, the U, yes sir, biggest X factor, our linebacker core. Yeah, it's interesting because Pickney actually got blown apart on one play. I mean, he chewed out for it. So, man, the defense is going to have a lot more competition versus them. I think they'll be just as fine, and the offense is going to do well. How do you think our running game will be compared to last season? Much better. I think it'll be, like, popping, because last season it was kind of really quiet, and everyone was just kind of like, oh, yeah, it's average. I think it's going to be flying. I think we're going to be pretty ridiculous at it. It's been it's not talked about enough. People were like, yeah, Homer's great, but he was just... The numbers weren't big enough for me, and I think they're going to be really big. I don't know how well our tight ends can block, though. Okay, that's an interesting thought. I'm not too worried about our tight ends blocking, though. I'll be straight up with you. The vision of each quarterback is a game, so no bad vibes, because that's what we wish will succeed. But I'm glad that this waiver was officially, given to Tate Martell. So now we know all these quarterbacks have the same chance. Everyone's going to be pushing to the max, which is just great, awesome. It's exciting to see. And Enos isn't like, crap, what I got to work with, I got a noodle arm Rozier, or Perry that can't throw a ball inaccurate, or just inexperienced. No, he's like, shoot, I have so much talent, so much ability, all these guys, and he talked about their attitude. Their attitude was very like, let's go get it, let's go at it. I will mention that Tate Martell, his edge is more of he's kind of got this like leadership mentality a bit. I know he's the douchebag and jerk, but he gets his team corralled, and he's staying out there. He's trying to be next to Enos all the time. He's trying to get all the max he can to learn about the game. So they're all competing, like maximum competition. I love it. This is not passive. This isn't like, hey, can I get favorites here? Oh my goodness, you're going to have to just impress and prove. It's going to be great. Tate is a midget. He looked like a midget. I mean, he looks so tiny next to Jaron Williams and Perry. He's 5'10", guys. He looked like a midget with them for sure. Who do you think is going to be the starter at running back? I mean, I expect going into game 1, Dallas will get it with the experience, number 1 back. Cam will be 2 for sure. I think. There's injuries and stuff. We'll go into that. So it's going to be interesting. I definitely need to give an update on where the players' weights are and how they improved on their weight room. Dude, I will, for sure. I'm going to try to do a whole bunch of Cam, here's the thing, though. I think Cam might get more reps, and I think Cam might have a better productive day, and I don't think he'll stay that way through the season. Game 1, I think you give it to the experience back, but in the future and such, I think Dave is going to give a run for the money for sure. They're going to put on weight on Perry, Tate, and Jaron stacked like a steak. Yeah, and Jaron don't have as much of a gut, so, that's going good. Do you think offensive line, defensive line performs better this football season? I really do. It was very interesting seeing in the videos and such of the highlights who they had starting, actually, on the lines. It wasn't the guys you thought would be starting, but it doesn't matter. It's day 1 spring ball, and Diaz said, this is, had nothing to do with anything. I think they're going to be very, very, very competitive and definitely style. FTL Rel, man, what is up? Yeah, throw your use up. Let's go, man. Let's go. So it's definitely interesting. I think they're going to be better. I really do. Can Wait used to or I more? Yeah, can't wait. WATE. I got you. Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see that, definitely. The thing that impressed me, kind of surprised me, was some wide receiver. KJ Osborne, he's going to make news. He's going to make sound. He's going to be definitely starting out. He looked very good. He looked very good. We have a real coaching staff. Everything will take care of itself. The energy, the vibe. We had Michael Irvin in the house. Greg Olson was in the house. There was a couple other guys that were, alum. And Diaz made some interesting, pretty big statements, to be honest with y'all, about the alum. And he said, look, the alum own this place. This is their place, and I want them to feel like they're owners. That's different. Diaz said, Rick was like, welcome, alum. But y'all like owners. Oh, yeah, he's welcome. That's pretty great. It's a total difference alum. Oh, yeah, who replaced our D-line coach after he left for the NFL? It was, what was his name? He's from the Akron Zips guy. I did a video on him. You can check that out. What team Cager went to? Cager went to Georgia. Cager is at Georgia. Yeah, there you go. Get the chat to help you out. Cam and Lingard running back and full tailback. Yeah, for sure. But Cam had actually a really nice play that was past him, and he just destroyed Pickney, I believe it was, and just everyone wowed. It was not kind of like, oh, wow, nice. It was like the whole place was like, oh, snap, so that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to see. Our offense was too ridiculous. They made offensive line harder block. By the way, motions. I mean, everybody talked about them. I talked about it in my video. I mean, it was just like, the defense was like, oh my gosh, so many motions, so complicated. This is great. I love this. It's going to be tough to figure it out. And this wasn't the guys that are fresh. This was, Shaq was like the experienced guy, which he can improve on his vision reads, and motions are going to really throw him off. And I'm excited to see that. And a very capable offense going against the defense in practice, make them much better. Motions everywhere. Brevin Jordan talking about it, he's like, oh my goodness, this offense is complicated, but he's hype. He was like, we're going to get so many TDs, and then we're going to get wins because TDs is wins. We're going to be just balling out there. So many motions, so complicated. A tight end can have like 3 different routes on a play. It's insane. Yes, there's no movement at everyone. I mean, the media guys are like, all right, well, here's one thing we can tell y'all. There's a lot of motions. And then the defense, a lot of offense. Oh my gosh, so complicated. All these motions. Motions. It's going to be complicated. It's going to be great offense. It's simple, but looks complicated. Puts defense ball. We're going to change a lot of players in rotation. Perry's definitely the most talented of the 3. Said Michael Irvin scored a touchdown today. He did. I believe it was. If it wasn't a touchdown, I know he had several nice passes. He played well. He had a really good practice. Definitely. What did people say about Peyton wide receiver? Glad you brought that up. So, of the guys that really surprised and were like popped at wide receiver, without question, was Jeremiah Payton and KJ Osborne. Those guys were really impressive. Don't get me wrong, Harley was really good and stout, and he was definitely a starter, and I think he'll retain that spot. But Payton impressed. He's going to be in the rotation. I can't say he'll be a starter because there's just so much competition there, but definitely. Down, dog. Don't be going up there. Only thing that concerns me is with Perry is he consistently, we'll see. Cam is a stud, yeah, he is. K1 transportation, no big loss. Fishman, man, you're right, literally way better athlete. It's interesting to see. This competition is going to be heated. It's going to be on. Kosi looked good. He didn't look bad at all. Jaron looked great, and Enos talked about him and said, look, I mean, you can't build Rome in one day, but this is going to be impressive. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be competition, so this is really good. I mean, it's exciting, definitely, for sure. For sure, really excited. Wide receiver room is going to get some nice balls thrown at them. There's definitely some misses, though. Don't get me wrong. It looked like spring ball day 1. It did. Okay, there's issues there, but who started on the O-line today? All right, I have it in the video that I uploaded, which I know nobody's had time to look at. I'll give you the starters since y'all are all curious. Here's the breakdown on the O-line. Give me a second. I wrote it all down. Let me get my notes for y'all. So, offensive line starters. Left tackle, G.J. Scaife. Then left guard, Devon Dawson. Center was Corey Gaynor. Right guard was Zelante Hillary. And right tackle, John Campbell Jr. Close, but not exactly what it's going to be, definitely offensive line. But that's who are the starters. Don't take that into account. Diaz straight up completely acknowledged that, like, this means nothing at all. D-line. D-line was a lot more surprising to me. John Ford, defensive tackle. Pat Bethel. Defensive end Scott Patcham. And then Jonathan Garvin. So, but this tells you, he said we put this roster in basis on how they worked out. So having these guys up there doesn't mean that they're most talented, but it means they impressed and working out. So they're trying. They're working their butts off. Teak didn't look too good for Grant the first day, even though he got his yeah, he did. He was chewed up. Enos was chewing these guys up, screaming his head off. They said that of all the positional groups, the quarterbacks were the loudest because they're getting chewed up. They weren't lined up correctly. I mean, they were on him. Marcel Ace-Carr will be his leadership ability is huge for need for a person. I love Perry, but we need to be stable leader. We do need a game manager. I like that. It's something that got to be where people are impressed with Lewis Headley. I didn't hear anything about special teams at all. nothing about special teams. I don't think it was probably done either in practice or during the social media time that they had. They're going to use 2 quarterbacks as a running back trick play. I mean, dude, with all the freaking talent we have, Cynthia, it's very possible. Peyton is nice, too, from the few clips I saw. He's definitely nice. Definitely, y'all, check out the video once this, over the live stream. I got the best parts. There was some really good views. And Dia said, he's like, look, I'm going to be transparent. If there's anything I know, y'all will know. And he likes the media attention. He's okay with that, and it's great. It's great to see. But Peyton really impressed, and KJ Osborne really impressed. For sure. And Osborne was out there practicing after practice. So he was out there on the machine and just catching balls. So he's going to work his butt off. He is ready because, he's being a graduate transfer. He's got only 1 year, I believe. And so he's going to be putting his max work grind in, y'all. Definitely, for sure. Yeah, it's needed for the UF game for sure. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting stuff. And I gotta give a shout out to the Florida fans. They've been sometimes a little crazy, sometimes real, but they've been very supportive of Tate Martell and all that, and everyone. I love seeing that. It's great that he got it, and it means a lot for the transfer, just history and prerequisite for everyone. So the best will definitely play. Let's go. I'm super jacked with this Florida game. Oh, yeah, man. It's going to be such a good game. Transfer from Butler didn't get first-team reps, though. Don't think about it. Who are the starters at corner today? Dude, corner starters. All right, thoughts on that? Jalen, don't think about anything about it. That's just giving everyone an opportunity, and I think, honestly, they put the less talented guys first and saying, like, look, here's your chance day one. Give us the best shot, but we know these guys are really good. So don't think about it too much. Spring ball is... Until the end of it, it's not going to be really much of a roster thing. It's just, we threw these guys in, that's all. He's going to be fine. I think he's number 1 line in talent. They like his footwork. They said it was very impressive. The question is how aggressive he can be. Can he be as aggressive as he needs to be at this level? Because it's a higher level, So, yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff going on there for sure. But I don't overlook it to analyze it too much for sure. Yeah, let me see. There was a couple of notes that I wanted to mention. So cornerback was a question. Okay, Bandy and Blades were at cornerback. I like that, and I would keep it at that. But it may swap around, and I expect them to keep these guys on rotation to keep them fresh. Who do you think threw the best balls at practice? Okay, so this is my opinion. My opinion that completely passes, the best passes. Kosi. I think Kosi, he had touchdowns. He had really nice reads and stuff. Summers when it counts. Bolden, Smith, and Hill will arrive. Exactly. OG Clothing, exactly. By the way, in secondary safety, we had Mark Carter and Robert Knowles starting. So we all know that Robert Knowles ain't going to start at safety. That's just giving everyone the chance, and that's what's going on there. Don't overanalyze it. And exactly. But we have a whole bunch of guys. We only have like 3 scholarship guys in the secondary. So after spring practice in the summer, we'll have Smith, the new guy, Bolden coming in. He's still doing... He's actually at USC in practices last I heard, which is interesting. Tate actually had the worst, in my opinion. He did have the worst, but keep in mind, this was during the media viewing only, okay? This wasn't the whole day. He didn't have very accurate passes. He still had good passes. But while the media was leaving, several people caught him running and escaping and getting a nice gain of that, using his feet, so he has that ability. So keep that in mind. Tate ran the best. But they didn't have it too often, and his passes weren't the best. But he has some zip on the ball, and I think his post kind of alluded to that. Let me see if I can throw it up for y'all. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So this is post. This is him announcing that hey, he's transferring officially to the U. We aren't ready yet, but we will be. This is clearly a jab at... He wasn't happy how he played for spring practice. Oh, by the way, I'm eligible to play. So it's just a small little thing there, so it's pretty cool. Is our spring break on ESPN this year? I'm not sure on the televised part of it, but I know it'll be public to viewing for 2 of them. So there you go. There'll be 3 spring artists, but 2 of them will be open to the public. Whether it will be televised or not, we'll see. I expect at least one of those will be televised. We'll see. It'll come in Michael Vick style pair. He is much more of a runner than any of our other quarterbacks. So there's that. I need to catch my breath. I've been talking like nonstop 25 minutes. I'm so excited. This has been crazy. It has been an amazing time, y'all. By the way, so yeah, we are officially hit over 1,000 subs since our last long time live stream. It's been a while. I've been just trying to work on getting the content a little bit higher quality and putting up uploads. But now we have Super Chat. So if y'all want to donate to the King's Corner, bam, tap it in there. You can do $1, $2, whatever. So that's pretty cool. In fact, I think I set up the banners to go crazy and make noise. And if you want to put up a message or a topic, I'll see that if you super chat anything. So that's pretty cool. Tate's cockpit is placing average. First day, guys. First day. Don't overanalyze it. But you're right. You're totally correct. Perry's a speed demon for real. He can be. Are you taking calls right now? I can. Is there? Let me see if there's a whole bunch of people that want to talk calls right now. You don't win National Player of the Year. 45 to 50 average core tactics. Was I mean, hey, OG Kofi, I appreciate you coming in. You know what? Yeah, we can take calls if we want. How many people? Throw it in chat if you want to call in. I want to see how many people we have calling in because I want to get it on rotation chat if we do that. Brevin called him elite. All right, Brevin, look, he's a guy that he called everyone elite. That he did it very well. I love he's now a sophomore and he's giving him more media open viewing, and he's definitely one of the stars and the big names for Miami. But they were like, all right, Cynthia says yes. All right, call in. All right, we got one person. Is there anyone else? I want to get a list. So I'm going to give like 3-minute segments for each person for call in. But I want to get a list of people before you. What's our projected depth chart for quarterback, running back, and wide receiver? He said elite 11 times. He did. Because the guys were like trying to push him. Hey, who do you like? Oh, you like Tate Martell most? He went very even on all the quarterbacks. Much respect because, he didn't want to discredit anyone, and I really like that. And he said everyone's elite. Everyone is elite. You don't come to Miami if you're not elite, which is what you got to say. And it's true. He said, look, they're going to be throwing some nice passes. Everyone's elite. Check it out. Can I put my phone number in the chat? I will, man. Just in a second. But y'all, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to have some calls. I'm going to do a timer, though. I'm going to be strict about it. But here's going to be my number. I'm going to try to do 3-minute calls like a whole bunch of people because I want to get a lot of different opinions. So here you go. There's my number in the chat. Call in. I'm going to try taking calls, but I'm going to try to keep it in the rotation. The number's on the top left. Exactly, Victor. Exactly. It's on the top left. Just type it in right there. But if you want to copy and paste it, there you go. That's what we'll have going on. We much keep on a respect points. So, someone asked me that my, starter roster. Number 1 QB, I think Kosi. According to spring ball, but it's tight. It's very tight. Don't get me wrong. But Kosi probably won. Offensive line, I'm gonna keep it as they said. It's fine. I like how it is, but we'll see if they can compete with the defensive line being ferocious. Tight ends, obviously Brevin Jordan. I expect actually Michael Irvin might have made some noise, so we'll see if he can give some competition to Will Mallory. But I didn't hear much about Mallory. Running back, there wasn't anything huge to talk about there, but I would throw Deezer Dallas 1, Cam Davis 2. But in my personal taste, I would much rather have Cam 1. So we'll see. Lingard is injured and out for limited in practice, as was a Brian Palandy, which is a tight end. Wide receiver, I have KJ Osborne. Jeff Thomas, oh my goodness. Jeff Thomas was killing people on practice. And it's funny because Malik talked about, like, hey, he wasn't as fast in practice as he was during the games. But, he's definitely a tough guy. What is up with this Miami Hurricanes time? Who's on the phone line?
Hey, this is Andy.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
How's your weekend last weekend?
Oh, man, it was good. It was great, dude. It was exciting. We did a whole bunch of stuff. Went to the aquarium, but it's all good. What about you, man?
Yeah, that's fine. Are you going to watch the NCAA tournament?
Oh, yeah, I am. I mean, I'm not a big basketball dude, but when it comes to the March Madness time, I definitely fill out my chart, and I'll keep in touch with it. But there's not many teams that I really like this year, but we'll see.
Yeah, honestly, and with the Hurricanes, I'm actually excited to see. Honestly, even with Tate eligible, I think Kofi may be the starter, to be honest.
You think that Kosi is going to be a starter? I'm sorry, guys.
Even
Yeah.
with
I'll
Tate
turn up the
eligible,
car.
to
I
be
got you.
honest. Yeah, do you agree with that, or do you think Tate would? Do you rather have Tate as a starter?
I can't call starters right now. I think here's what I saw this week. I thought Kosi had the best practice day, but I saw there was fire and a killer mentality of these quarterbacks getting it done. I think it's going to be a crazy competition, and there's a lot of room for improvement, though. I want to really talk about that. There's a lot of room for improvement, and I expect that to happen.
Oh, with the whole killer mentality thing, there's 2 different type of leaders. There's a rah-rah quarterback, which is Tate Martell, and then there's the silent killer, which the two quarterbacks that I look at to for that perfect comparison are Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, because they don't yell at their players they show it on the field, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I exactly, like the numbers do the talking for
that.
them. They're not super like loud and cocky about it. The numbers do the talking.
Yeah, I think Kosi doesn't seem like he has that same personality as like Tom Brady, and he's not gonna be Tom Brady. I'm not that crazy, but I'm saying he has that same personality as Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, where he doesn't have to talk trash at you all the time on every play. He just shows it on the field.
Yeah,
like
exactly. But Don Raymer, no, it's Anthony Menozes who's the guy that's calling in. But yeah, if y'all want to call in, just call the number. I know I have someone on the line, but if I hear a ring, I know that there's a line and people are waiting. So, but to talk about the quarterbacks, I really like Tate as his leadership mentality killer, and I know he's cocky, not as accurate. If I had to pull for someone, I really wish Tate would win it out by improving his accuracy. It's got to improve. It means if it improved and beat out Jaron Williams, he's crazy good. But I think Jaron's got the best accuracy, and he'll make our offense most elite. But Kosi may have something. I mean, it's hard. It's going to be crazy. And nobody knows who's the starter, and nobody can really tell. It's a big competition.
With Kosi and Jaron, to be honest, I think Jaron is a combination of both Kosi and what's it called? And Jaron is a combination of Kosi and Tate.
Yeah,
he has the athleticism of Tate and the what's it called? The arm strength. He has the accuracy and stuff like that.
See, I'll tell y'all though, number one arm on our quarterback roster is Perry. He's got the strongest arm, and it's hard to believe and say that, but he's got the strongest arm of all the quarterbacks is what was Ted. I mean, he can flat out throw it, which is very impressive. D-Sir says, I think our biggest problem is O-line. I don't hear anything about how we are going to get better there. Everyone wants to talk about quarterback. I get it, but it's the most flashiest position, but there's no protection. I understand what you're saying, man, but look, the athletes are there, and it's tough to talk about offensive line from practice and how they were, but I'll tell you this, the quarterbacks were able to make plays in 7-on-7, but, this shoulder pads aren't on, okay? This isn't real deal stuff. It's too soon to pick. I agree. Perry needs weight, and Jaron needs just started. Yeah, it is just... It's trying to figure out what the kid's career is going to be when he's in kindergarten and he's got, 20 years in his life to figure it out. We're just starting in this, so we'll see. George says chomp. Hey, we going to be chomping, y'all. We going to be chomping. I'm ready. Bella's going to have her little treat, and she's going to eat some Florida Gator. But I appreciate you joining, George.
What I was saying before with Jaron, I think has a combination of both. He's a combination of both Tate and he doesn't have the arm strength. He has the accuracy. He has the arm strength and accuracy. He has the accuracy and arm strength. He has arm strength of he doesn't have Kosi's arm strength, but he has arm strength and accuracy, and he has the athleticism of Tate. So he's a combination of those two quarterbacks in a way, because I think honestly I see Jaron as our future at quarterback. To be honest, Tate seems to me what scares me with Tate is his height and stuff, and I think he would be moving. I think he would move toward in the future. I think later on they're gonna move him into running back. To be honest, they're gonna be moving Tate.
Definitely, and I see that, and Perry, he just got to be consistent. I think he's got it all. He's got to be consistent. Jaron just needs the experience, and Tate Martell's just got to be a bit more accurate, and he doesn't have as much experience as Perry.
But off Proctor, by the way.
Yeah, which will be interesting. Proctor did pretty well, but hey, man, I'm gonna try to take some other calls. I appreciate you and throwing in your input on quarterback, man. Dude, I appreciate you always calling and giving in your input, man.
Okay, have a good rest of your day, man.
Yeah, you too, man. All right, y'all guys, if that was Anthony giving in his thoughts. If y'all want to talk, call in. I'm going to throw the number right here. I had several rings going on, so I want those people to call me in. I didn't check the area codes, but hey, Call in. Give me your thoughts. Who you think? What do you think of what's going on? But Jaron, Arms, Terry, Bradshaw, and Big Ben. Quarterback room will be very competitive. It is, dude. It is so competitive. My gosh. What's up, doggy? Do you want to get in? Oh, okay. All right. That was a kiss. Thank you. Thank you, Bella. Are you ready to eat some gator, mate? Are you ready? This is Bella. There's our cane dog. She got her hurricane gear going on. She's excited. She doesn't know how to do touchdown symbols yet, but we'll see. But we'll see. But our receiver depth is crazy. Oh my goodness, it is. The receivers are pretty stacked. They're doing really well. I know there were some drops, and I know there was stuff going on, but hey, I got a call coming in. Let's see. Bella, shh. What is up? What is up? Miami Hurricanes time. Who's the name on the caller here?
Luke.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
So, what you want to talk about?
Us in spring practice and us going to the Florida game.
Yeah, man, Florida game, dude. So you're a Hurricane fan, right?
Oh yeah, I love Miami.
All right, got you. Just make sure which side you're on. Yeah, man. Spring game was really energetic, competitive. They were using the indoor facility, which was just pretty cool. Because it was pouring out rain, and they looked good, man. Everyone looked really solid. I liked it, man. Did you look at any film or see anything that kind of impressed you, or you want to throw your thoughts in?
Yeah, I really like what Manny's doing. The energetic offense, and he just like it's way more energetic than when Mark Rick was there. It's kind of slower.
Yeah.
And now the offense is fast paced. But one thing I really like is Dan Enos. I was watching like some clips about it. He's like screaming.
Oh yeah. It was energy. People were excited, but people were chewed out. People were getting really taught. Something that the media, which you gotta keep on. These writers have been around the program for a bit. This isn't their first year, and they've seen several administrations, so they know the comparison better than anyone, honestly. And they're like, these guys were very, very intelligent in how they taught these guys. And they really impressed in that, and I like seeing that. So we'll see, because I saw some wide receiver work with Taylor Stubblefield, and they kept screaming at them. They said the quarterback position was the loudest. I mean, Enos was chewing them out, but they're getting taught. They're getting taught. That's what it is. It's part of the football.
Yeah, and then just going into the Florida game, our quarterback room is going to be a competition, which is great. I love that. I'm so very happy and fortunate that Tate Martell got his waiver. And so the one spot that I think we're going to be dominant, I think our offense is going to be dominant because we have Tate Martell. We've got great running backs. We have great wide receivers. We have athletes surrounding the ball. And all we need is a quarterback, and we got it. So I think our offense, with Eno's offense, but the only thing about the offense is the O-line. The O-line has to show up.
Yeah.
In the LSU game, the O-line did not show up.
It does, and I hope it will, and I expect it to go so. So, Boston Jay, let this all come in. Hey, any Cane fan is welcome, any football fan. And I appreciate your thoughts, definitely, man. It's interesting to see where the running backs will be. I didn't hear too much on that. In fact, I didn't hear enough about the defensive side. That honestly, I saw some criticism of them missing some plays, doing some reads that weren't as good. But the guys that were starting at defense weren't the guys you'd expect. So we'll see, man. But hey, I'm gonna try taking some more calls. I appreciate you calling in, man. You have a great day, dude.
All right. Don't want to keep it too long. Thank you.
All right, that was our caller in calling in. Hey, anyone's welcome. I don't care if it's son, daughter, grandfather, whoever, y'all. Call in. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Here, I'll throw my number again in the chat so it's easier for you to just copy and paste it. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts, what y'all think. I definitely would recommend you guys check out some film and see what's going on there. But yeah, Alex, I'm telling you, yeah, man, we're stacked everywhere. It's going to be competition. But we'll see. Imagine how our coaching staffs are trying to put a game plan together, looking at players and coaching styles, trying to figure out exactly how to run the game plan. Here's the thing, George. I understand what you're saying where, look, Florida's got the edge in the fact that it's not a system they're bringing in year one. They already know what they're doing. But then Miami is like, look, we have a very difficult task in front of us is to figure everything out and be ready game one with our new system. But Georgia Gators are going to be on Florida Gators are going to be on their heels. They're going to be very confused and unsure what to see. I mean, all you can guess from spring practice, but you won't see it full deal. You can kind of figure what you can imagine. I'm sure, obviously with the coaching ties, Diaz, before being with the head coach of the Gators, he's going to know what to see kind of on defense, which that's not really changing much. But the offensive side of the ball, you don't know what to fully see. We'll see. Definitely interesting. I'm curious. I'm excited to see about that, but I don't know who's going to win. I can't tell y'all that Tate Martell's winning it for sure. We'll see. I'll make a shout out to CMR, although we failed last because of the stubbornness we really started. I love the fact that we resigned when he did, unbalanced. So, yeah. The top thing, the cream on the put, I mean, it was considered your design. But hey, that indoor facility this year was really, really, really nasty. It was nasty outside. It was nice inside, and that was Coach Mark. I'm really happy about it. He's smart as a stud, but you have so many good running backs. I don't know. I haven't heard any news on Asa Martin's waiver yet. Although I really expected to hear that, but I don't think he would start. I really don't, because Dallas got the experience. He's probably one, if not him. Cam Davis is right up there. Lingard, though, is still injured. I mean, he might be a 3 if he got the waiver, but Lingard's got more talent. Lingard's a 5-star stud, absolutely a beast of a guy. We'll see. As long as the O-line plays ball, the Gators secondary will not be able to go fourth quarters with the wide receivers. Yeah, we can tire them out for sure. We quite have a lot of very talented, very fast players. If Lingard gets more healthy, he'll improve to be numbers back to 2. I really hope he gets healthy. He's limited in practice, so we'll see later on. He might be 100%. But I'm really excited about Lingard. I didn't hear any big news about any running back except for Cam Davis catching a pass and exploding and just destroying the defense. So that's good to hear. Cam Davis is definitely going to be a playmaker this year. I mean, everybody respects your team for real. Everyone respects Florida State as bad as they were last year. All Florida teams have a bunch of good players. Yeah, Florida is athletics. I mean, this football state, it's huge. Everyone's going to have very athletic players. They just need to have the right staff, the right scheme, the right mentality, and they're tough. They're tough teams. I'm super excited to see what Osborne's going to do. Oh, man, yeah, where does he's a true veteran influence that? Yeah, there's nothing. See, I remember where we had D. Delaney and the guy, although it's not comparable because he was FCS. Technically, Osborne is MAC. It's not FCS. But if Lingard healthy, he'll be a starter. He's elite, Reverend voice. I can't copy his voice, but yeah, elite for sure. Davis is a monster. Yeah, it's going to be fun for whoever chooses to be a quarterback to open his year against Florida. George, what you think? You think your guys are going to have a quarterback competition or not? Because I don't know. I know you guys, he's finished like really well last season, but he was iffy. And I know you guys got some athletes there. It's interesting to see if y'all kind of like swap that around or screw with us. If he has a bad game, I can expect either Florida or Miami actually to swap quarterbacks game 1. That's the weird thing about game 1 in a season. It's you don't know. All is up in the air and anything can happen. So we'll see. Lingard needs 25 pounds more to be Tony Dorsett. He can put some weight on. He's 6 foot, so he's pretty dang tall for a running back. We'll see. I'm excited, y'all. But Osborne definitely made some news. He was elite, as Brevin would say, but he was definitely a guy that looked like he's going to play number 1. Tate Martell is greater than Felipe Franks. Could be. They're different. They're different quarterbacks. Tate Martell's got to be consistent. That's Felipe Franks' issue. He wasn't consistent. But if the O-line gives enough time, man, put in any quarterback, and they're going to be amazing. Perry, he didn't have enough time. Don't blame him completely on last season. At least probably we have a seasoned quarterback that's going to have to deal with your defense. Yeah, you're right. Our defense is pretty scary looking. Slim on some parts where I don't like secondary, but, we got some nice transfers coming in. We're going to be good. That's the number, y'all. Call it in, y'all. Get us next Cadillac running back. I expect him to be good. I really expect him to be good. But I don't think the smash mouth style Florida works for against the U defensive line. Yeah, I don't think smash mouth will work against our D line for sure. I think we should let Martell play an actual football game before we decide how great he is. You're right, man. I agree with you. Don't think Felipe can beat us through the air. It would be busted coverages and such. I'm iffy about really our I don't know. I think our secondary is the worst part of our defense. The line doesn't worry me. Neither does the linebacker crew. Unless the Florida Gators offense brings out, shows a lot of motions and confuses our defense. Yet they should be getting used to that. Seeing that on Miami's offense during practice. Everybody's saying Florida's gonna want Miami. They don't realize that they nearly lost the whole D line, and ours will destroy Felipe. They did lose their D line, and it's not that they don't have talent filling it in, but it's going to be a competitive game. I don't like hearing anybody on either side saying it's going to be a blowout prior to really anything tangible that you can get. I think it's going to be really highly competitive game, both ends side of the ball. It's a match. It's going to be two programs with huge momentum. Florida having a 10-win season, Miami going through a coaching change, adjustments that need to be done, great transfers. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. It's hard to say who's got the edge. It definitely is. Based off last year, yeah, we deserve to be the underdogs. Oh yeah, for sure, no question about that. Either Enos had to really be and cut the interview short. He doesn't think much because he after one day, because he said great stuff about other guys. He talked about everyone, man. I don't know. Don't overanalyze it. Don't overanalyze it. It's day one. This spring, look for it. I really think that the stack at every position, yeah, O-line still scare me. We'll see. They give some time. We'll see if they give them more time and do well. Once we get a turnover, we're in their heads. Oh, man, that definitely will be big. New turnover chain probably be thrown out. Game one, that's going to be nice. We got to live up to the hype. We definitely got to live up to the hype. You dog just tore up my pillow. She's going to do this to the Florida Gators, but she just started tearing up my pillow. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Go. Go. Ay, dog. Why the heck would you want to do that? Sorry, guys. Sorry for the interruption. She was just enjoying something that she shouldn't be. Oh, my goodness. Give me 2 months to study Miami and we'll talk live on air. All right. If we can convert third down, we'll be okay. Yeah, we got to definitely do it. It definitely won't be 45-17 Miami, Mr. Murray. 45-17 is big. It's a big spread, y'all. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be like really even. I think offenses will have good plays. Defense will have good plays. So I expect it to be like a 24-point games for each and one getting an edge with either a touchdown. And if momentum, maybe a 10-point spread. I don't see it being a huge spread game. I think first game of the season, it's going to be a competition, y'all. We'll see. Abdias is the new Jimmy Johnson or Howard Schnellberger. Dude, it'd be nice. He's talking the talk. Players in place. He seems to be very knowledgeable. I'll tell y'all, this year, what's really impressed me, just you can hear in the interviews, these guys are so knowledgeable, so smart, very, very experienced football coaches and know what they're talking about. I really, really like that. It's something that's very different. Miami plays off the hype. Notre Dame, Virginia Tech 2017. Orlando isn't far from fans, so Miami will show up. Hype helps. The players said it. Look, if the atmosphere is there, it helps. It matters. It's big. 27-21 is prediction. New Miami Vice. Y'all, have y'all seen this? I saw this edit of Miami Vice uniforms. They look pretty fresh. I don't think we would actually do them, but Diaz would not be against it. It'd be pretty cool. Or Howard Schneider. We'll see in playoffs next year, if not this year. Dude, that would be intense. Florida Gators and Miami in the playoffs. Man, college football would not be the same. That would be so amazing. Players are pumped. Yeah, they are, Nate Green. And welcome to the chat, dude. I appreciate you throwing in your thoughts. Yeah, definitely. Players are pumped and ecstatic. It's getting awesome. It's going crazy. So we'll see what's going on. Put the picture up then. So, okay, all right. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this edit. I don't know where I saw it. It may have been on an Instagram story, which those aren't permanent. But the edit was pretty cool. Let me see if I can find it. All right, let's see if we can see this. So all I'm getting is basketball. Nope. I'm sorry, man. I didn't get one prepared. I'm trying to find one, but I don't see it. Miami Vice edits. I don't know. I don't remember where I saw it on which social post, but it looked pretty fresh, but I don't see a picture. I'll pull one up for next chat. I'll definitely will. All right, I'll definitely do that. Bad boys there. If you beat Clemson, you're not going to the playoffs. That's the only game you have on your schedule that counts. Oh, if we don't beat. Yeah, you're right. Did I see the 2020 recruiting class? Oh, yeah. By the way, guys, recruiting news. Let me throw it up for y'all. Recruiting news, we got an addition. We got a defensive back guy. So far rated a 3-star, but it might go up. He's a really good guy, and he had offers from Auburn is the one that I remember. Who else was after him? He had several really good teams offers, and he committed to Miami today. So that's pretty cool. In fact, let me pull that guy up. Let me see if I can find him. But Burke, I believe, was his name. Let's see if we could pull up the recruiting news to throw it up for y'all. But I gotta show you guys this guy that we picked up. Let's see. There we go. Darren Branch. Okay. Boom. Let me pull it up. Make sure we don't have anything copyrighted. Here's an article talking about it. Very quick courtship as they talk about. Boom. 3-star cornerback, according to 247 Sports. So that's pretty exciting, pretty cool stuff there. Pick this guy up. He's committed to Miami. Announced it today. And y'all, if players are high school recruits right now and they're looking at Miami practice, I would love to go to Miami. I mean, it's a vibe. It's an excitement thing, and the facilities are really nice looking. Gosh, that place, I was told that it was small and people would laugh at that. It didn't look small to me. Did not look small to me. Looked very spacious. There's the guy in 247, 3-star. I expect him to get bumped up in the rankings. Kentucky offered him. Auburn. He hasn't been highly regarded cornerback, but he's got some impressive stats. I didn't do all my homework on him yet, but yeah, LSU was after him, so he's definitely making rounds. So this is a guy you gotta watch out for. We gotta see. We'll see where it goes. We don't have 2 quarterback system, runs momentum. Yeah, I hope we don't. I won't go that far, but I do like you, fellas' ability. Okay, Emory Jones. Oh, you're talking about the Florida Gators quarterback, I believe? Maybe. Y'all call in. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I had the phone ringing, and then as soon as I get a call, nobody rings in. So, throw it up, the number again. Let me hear you guys' thoughts. What you think about Miami's practice? How do you think it was? Do you think it's good or not? We'll see. Bama not playing nobody but Lemons. Bama's schedule looks awful. I agree. It does not look very impressive at all. I hope we still keep the Wildcat. We might, but best play. Put up the best play. That's all that matters for me. Put in 3 tight ends if that gets the best play. Emory Jones was an Ohio State commit. We flipped him when Mullen took over last moment. Okay. Yeah. We saw how well the 2 quarterbacks worked last year. LOL. Yeah, no kidding. You got to go with the guys got momentum. I mean, Rozier said it himself. He was like, dude, if it ain't me throwing Kosi, but stay consistent. Don't keep flip-flopping us. It was messed up. It was awful. I had Dan Mullen plays 2 quarterbacks this year for the fun of it. He could. If there's a place, Felipe Franks might get 2 quarterbacks going because he's inconsistent. DJ Dallas can throw, so we'll be good. Yes, Dallas has throwing ability, which is interesting for a running back. I expect to see stuff going on there. Definitely. Y'all, if y'all donate anything in the super chat, it's going into the channel quality. And also, I'm trying to get some new kind of cool stuff in the background. So, you just hit that button down below, and you can donate whatever sum of money you want. And if you put a message, boom, it goes all over the screen and everything. So, that'll be kind of cool. Don't pick on Rasheed. He's just a kid, man. Rozier, he didn't have the best quarterback coaches, though. Okay, don't completely discount him. That's all I'll say. Did you listen to Rozier on OBB podcast? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I heard him. It was very interesting, definitely. Nothing that popped out to me that was news, though. It wasn't surprising. It's all that I expected. That's what I thought it would be. So, he's older than me. So, Cynthia, no, we played them in 2020. Yeah, 2021, yeah, we play. You're referring to them. Yeah, it's confirmed, we thought. Did Evidence Njoku make any plays today? Ricky, I heard nothing about Njoku this year. So far, I haven't heard anything about spring ball. I didn't see him in the film, making plays. So, not to date. That's not to say he won't. He's the tallest wide receiver that we have. So, expect him to kind of fill in a cager roller once in a while. So, we'll see. I didn't know he was older than y'all. Oh my goodness, that's why I was asking. Coop, go. What does it say? Goop Gators? See the puddles in Orlando? Goop Gators. Oh my goodness. I hope it doesn't rain. That's why I was asking. I got you. We'll see how it goes. If I heard he's gonna be the jump ball guy this year, he should be. He should be. George, you listened to the whole Rozier interview. Interesting. Okay. Why? I thought you're a Gator fan, man. I guess you just tired and need some football. I'll be honest with you, I don't listen to Gator stuff too much until I got to do homework on them, and I got to get better on my homework on getting a whole bunch of sources because you can't trust stats, man. I don't know. I just what happened to your offensive line? I thought you guys had a pretty good recruiting class. We did, but he's secretly a Canes fan. DJ Dallas was a quarterback in high school. He was that guy that's kind of like an athlete that we put on. He was a wide receiver. People don't remember back in the day, and then bulked him up, and now he's a running back, and so he's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well, y'all. He is for sure. Wrong scheme, homie. Yeah, it really definitely was because the athletes at Rick had some really good offensive line recruits. He definitely did. I want Miami to go undefeated every year except when they play Florida and play us in the playoffs. Is that too much to ask? Heck, I'm all for that. That's totally cool, but Miami got to beat Gator. Gator fans are undercover U fans. You might have something to do there because we got a different kind of swagger. We got a different kind of pride. We got a different kind of style. Definitely. George is all over our Mark Rogers videos too. I give him credit. He's studying his opponent. He's better than Rick. George, for real, man. We probably would have picked you for a coach instead of Rick with all your studying. I'll agree to that. Martell, how does Martell look? Mike Banks asks. There's a video that I put out with all the spring highlights, and Martell's in it. Those are his highlights doing well, but he threw some bad balls. Like they literally ricocheted right above where the media was at. They're like, wow, he has some zip on the ball. He missed that. He did not impress. He impressed with his feet, but was not accurate. He was not good. Touchdown is coming out too. Touchdown chain, yeah. They said there's going to be an offensive gizmo of sorts possibly. Players want it and are asking for it, so we'll see. It's definitely interesting. He's not a running back. He's a 40-yard running. Then he get ran down, but Cam can take it to the house. Cam has more ability at running back position than DJ Dallas. I'll give him that. DJ Dallas has experience, but he's got to not have the case of the fumbles if he wants to be number one. Are you having cookout in August? So I guess you're asking, who's that directed to, Cynthia? What a bad offensive coaching staff. Every position should be improved this year. Oh, definitely. Everyone wants to know how the offensive line is going to be, especially me. Let's talk about the offensive line. Here's what I think. I think we have athletic guys on the offensive line. No shortage of athletes, but it's raw talent. It's undeveloped and was not being developed correctly or well at all during, the tenure of Mark Richt. I think this year the guys that we put in, being it a guy from Tampa Bay, I love it. I really like it. So we'll see. We'll see what it does and where it goes. I think they're going to improve, okay? There's no question about it to me. It's going to improve. It was just rock bottom awful. And Diaz is going to be getting and making sure that his offense is much better than where it was. So we'll see. I think it's going to improve. I can't tell you, George, that we're going to have the best offensive line or if even we'll be capable, but it's going to improve. It's going to be better than last year. Y'all, if you can do me a favor, smash that like button down below. It really helps me out. Super chat button. All the proceeds go to the channel quality 100%. Don't throw it in my pocket for the food or anything like that. So if you want to, help out the channel or anything like that, throw up a message up across the screen. That's where that goes. But yeah, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't below. I kind of don't promote myself enough in the videos. Don't talk about it. So I'm going to kind of do that a bit more. But y'all been amazing, man. We flew. I mean, this channel, what's it been? What's today? March 19th. So almost 3 months, 2.5 months, and we're at 1,300 subscribers. Y'all been killing it. I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all are so fun. Best community ever. So many amazing stories. I mean, I've had parents of players contact me and just happy to see what the channel is doing. It's pretty cool. On the offensive line, if we have Dan Enos making quarterbacks throw in 3 seconds. I'm not a secret Miami fan, but Miami's definitely in my top 10. I follow what you're saying, man. I follow what you're saying. Does anyone know if that's true? You're referring to, let me pull up. Freshman year, he was a Blazer. So DJ not slow. He added a lot of weight last year. So you're asking what his weight is currently. DJ, yeah, they kept screwing with his weight. Let me see if I can pull up a report on his latest weight, but I haven't seen it yet. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see, 201 pounds is what I'm getting. Let's see what the most updated one. What does Miami Athletics have? Because Miami Athletics is pretty well. Boom. Okay, here you go. Miami Athletics says 200 pounds. So there you go. 5'10", 200 pounds, Miami Athletics. That's going to be closest to accurate. Sometimes they kind of lie. Sometimes they don't, depending who you are, what team. But he's not 200. People are saying he's bigger than that. I think he's bulked up a bit. I saw a report earlier that he was 190. I don't know. I don't know how that's true, but according to this, it's 200 pounds. So there you go. He's huge in person. Yeah, he's definitely bulky and a big guy for sure. For sure. I believe he looks slimmer. Whatever, form he needs to be in to be at most athletic, I think he'll be in it. I think he's at 187 pounds. Lenore said, we'll see. Jimmy and Butch were great too. He was like 215. He was at 210, 15 pounds. I do remember that. Now I was saying at 200, so he might have slimmed down. He may have. Yeah, I heard 187 to 190 now. Different kind of running back. We'll see. He needs maybe more speed, and so he's trying to get lean. We'll see. The running back room didn't have as much holes last year, though. The offensive line was atrocious. They didn't have enough time. It was just no holes. No, and Rick wanted to play smash mouth football, and that was not the kind of way you should have done it at all, for sure. I did not like seeing that, and it could have been so much better. So much better, y'all. We'll see. We'll see what goes on with that. Let's see the other news and notes. Let me pull up over here. So injuries wise, let's see if I covered all of them. Yeah, Lingard is out with a knee. Running back, since we're talking about running backs, it'd be explosive again if it's true, and that's scary. He's gonna be really good. That's why I don't count him out. If he's not number one, and somehow the new shiny toy Cam Davis emerges as one, he'll be a solid number 2, 1-2 punch. Miami needs that, and it was lacking that in my opinion. I don't think we had a 1-2 punch. Blaming it on the offense and the whole offensive scheme is my issue with that. Wilder at linebacker is out for all of spring. Worries me because I was really high on Wilder. He had some issues though when he did play, but they were just like he's inexperienced, and I thought he's a really good athlete, and he's the next guy in the linebacker core when they leave. And I really hope that this season that we give them a whole bunch of experience and put him in, and hopefully we will if we'll be blowing away teams. But Wilder is out in spring practice, so he's not getting that. Cam looks bigger, though. I hope he doesn't slow down. Oh, yeah. Definitely, y'all. For sure. If I was a college football player and I couldn't go to Florida, I'd go to Miami just because of the weather. Dude, for real, man. Like, Miami, that's the way we can advertise really easy, is just like, who does not want to be in Miami? It's so pretty. The facilities are amazing. The area is fantastic. Who doesn't want to go to college in Miami? I love University of Miami tight ends. So I gave Miami 45, Florida 17. Well, our tight ends are solid, okay, but 45-17 means our defense played out and our offense played out. And Miami hasn't scored 45 points with an offense in a long time, so we'll see how that goes. I did not appreciate that at all. I hope our offense being that explosive game one would be very surprising to me. It means turnovers happened, momentum went on, mistakes were made by the Gators, and the system was put in perfectly, and we had a very solid day by our quarterback, whoever it is. I think we have a manpower to cover your tight ends coming out of backfield. Here's the thing, though. The manpower or not, with the motions, it's going to be very difficult for your crew to realize what's going on, where they're going. I'm curious to see if Enos will be able to outsmart your guys' defense or not. The tight ends for the U definitely give us more of an edge to stretch the ball downfield. I don't think you have to choose to guard them or Jeff. That's the thing, though. If you're mismanaging your tight ends, your wide receivers are flying. They're flying. And Jeff Thomas, guys, today, it's to be expected. He was out there balling. He was flying. He was impressive as heck. People were excited to see him back. Oh, my goodness. He's fast as ever. He was just ripping the team apart is what was stated. I mean, he was just flying past all the defense. Jeff Thomas is going to be amazing this year. It's his All-American season. It's got to be. If you don't, he'll be flying all day. You know, these guys' heads are going to be on a swivel. It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes and it ends up. I'm curious to see. But Jeff Thomas, KJ Osborne, Peyton may be the new guy. Harley was solid. And then your tight ends, we have a lot of weapons and depth building up. So we'll see. Yeah, he won't be with the second team too long. It's possible. But I really hope that our linebackers figure out visions and read better. I want our secondary to make sure it's bulky. Right now in spring ball, it will not be bulky or good, but it allows for the players that have not much experience to get better, so hopefully that'll happen. Go back to when no one saw us beat Notre Dame and Virginia Tech, but that year. Man, that year's phenomenal. That was phenomenal. But I don't want to live in the past too much and say this is Miami. That is Miami's potential. That is Miami's momentum. That's what happens when things start going our way. And with this Tate Martell news of him getting his waiver, that's what I'm feeling. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And the spring practice, you watch it, people are jumping, vibing, pushing, aggressive. Coaches are yelling. It was fantastic. It was amazing. It was huge momentum just across the whole field. It was great. You know, our new tight end, we got also played some running back, also looked pretty good. Yeah. So there was one tight end that we've had before, Brian Pollandy. He's out with a knee. But there is the guy, Hodges, I believe is who you're referring to. Solid tight end. So we're going to be using a lot of tight ends for sure. I think our secondary will be solid. And Blades, yeah, definitely. Bubba with Finley as a striker. Oh, it's striker position with Finley is going to be great, man. Definitely great. I'm excited to see that. I'm curious, though, by spring ball, what's not talked about is special teams. I'm curious to see how good of a punter this Australian beast is. I want to hear some reports on that. I expect it to be the later part. But I'll be uploading. I'm going to be trying to get y'all the best film, the best clips daily, so keep it here. I'm going to be doing an analysis after every single day if I can. So keep it here, y'all, for all Kings news. I'm going to be doing the best I can to keep it high quality, but keep going fast over again. So we'll see. George, don't care about Florida tight ends. I haven't heard much about your tight ends. I haven't done my homework, so I won't comment on that. But I do know Miami's got very talented tight ends, and I don't hear as much about the tight ends. I hear a decent amount of the wide receivers, so we'll see. I know you don't care about the Florida tight ends. I'm just saying we have a crew that they're all giants and they're fast and they can catch the ball. Maybe, man. But if it had to be my choice between our defense or your tight ends having a better day, I'd say our defense will. The scary part to me is if Willis's shoes aren't filled in the defensive line, maybe you'll have a good running day. That's a hole that Miami has. I will address. Williams is starting the quarterback for University of Miami. Maybe. I was on the Williams train. I liked him the most, and in fact, I wasn't too for Tate Martell coming over, but he has impressed me on some stuff since I've done my homework. He's got intangibles to him that you got to look into, but he was not great on his practice day, but now him being, eligible is going to push Williams max level. Same deal with Perry. Same deal with Martell, so we'll see. Miami tight ends and Florida tight ends don't compare. You listened to Rosario because it was posted, and you found it fascinating. Yeah, it was interesting. It would give you insight for sure of what was going on in our program if you're, on the outside. I definitely just it didn't surprise me at all. Y'all. Y'all, if I'm gonna take a couple more calls. But I know there's, a lot to do, and I put up some really nice videos for y'all to watch after the live stream. I think y'all really enjoy them. They're really cool clips that I found all together. I got Danny Eno's interview in it, so check it out after the live stream. If you want to hear me going crazy about Tate Martell, I also do that up. But I'm going to try to take a couple more calls if someone rings. There's my number right there. Again, super chat button. All the donations go to the stream, content, quality, and all of that. So I'd appreciate it. If you're enjoying this video, smash that like button. That really helps me out. It really puts it out there. Ricky Simmons will compare to the stats after the game. Yeah, dude. Here, any Florida Gator fans watching this right now or in the future or later, keep it here. I want to talk to y'all after the game, okay? I'm ready for it. I'm excited for it. Don't be running away, all right? All right, we're going to be talking smash. You want to be loud before the game? Be loud after, okay? Regardless of the result. How come you guys don't call up and chat? George, you tell me, man. Good, George. We have someone in the back named Carter, a baby Sean Taylor, hit in the mouth. Oh, man, Carter's hits are good. They're big. They're vicious. Bo Bolden, though, oh, my soul. He's got just a high ceiling, a high roof of potential. I expect big things out of him for sure, y'all. big things out of for sure. Hey, Miami, I know you got some players. Trust me. Yeah, Miami has players. That's the wrong name. I didn't mean to copy paste that. Not Darren Branch. My number. Y'all call in. I need one more caller in. Come on, guys. Let me hear you guys' thoughts, your discussions, because this is a call-in show. This is the whole community, King community, talking, analyzing Miami football, what we do, what we need to improve on, thoughts, perspectives, because if it's all me talking, I'm probably missing a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of details that I'm overlooking that I gotta check out, okay? So hit that number right there, call me up, I'll see it up on the screen, I'll definitely pick you up, give you a shout out, I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, definitely very interesting spring game. Athletes on both sides when talking about the Florida Gator game. I'm excited, y'all. Exactly. Talking cash is what Miami fans do, but we also speak fact. Gator fans have few fans, not really realistic. On top of my end game, for granted, I'm a little bit nervous about the whole thing. I know we would win, but college football, anything can happen. Yeah, George, you're exactly right. At the beginning of every college football game, I don't care if your name is Florida A&M Tech University, there is a chance you can do crazy stuff. Did y'all not see the Virginia Tech game and who they lost to in the last season? Yeah. Any game is a ball game. You gotta be ready. You gotta give your best shot. Football is a sport that's different. It's interesting. If FSU doesn't get rid of that pink backpack, I think they're through. Oh my goodness. FSU's being garbage though. Garbage. And I will say to someone mentioning that, look, Miami talk, facts, Gator fans get unrealistic. I have seen some very unrealistic for Gator fans and very unrealistic FSU fans. There's nothing to talk about if you're an FSU fan right now. There's nothing to talk about. You got Alex Hornibrook, left-handed quarterback this late. That's all you got. You got Willie Taggart as your head coach. There's nothing to talk about. FSU is not on the rise. Gators, you had a solid first year. You do have athletes, but you can't go and say, blowing out everybody, going crazy. You got to do your research and check out on the other side. Both sides have athletes. Both sides have crazy abilities, and both sides have a lot of hype and momentum. It's going to be an amazing game. Great game for the 150-year anniversary. I'm going to look up some Baby Sean highlights later. All right, man. All right. Mari Carter. I think it was the guy that they mentioned. You should be nervous, George. Well, I do respect Florida difference every year, though, but I like us. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. But I'm excited spring ball is here finally. It has been way too long, y'all. Way too stinking long. But it couldn't have been a better spring ball game one, I don't think. Nothing went bad at all. Just can't even imagine losing to Miami. I'm sorry. George, start thinking about it. Start thinking about it is all I'll say. Start realizing that might be happening. You might have to get used to that reality. Miami is on the rise, dude. They're going to bring their game. They're going to bring their passion and pride. They're getting ready. They're putting their biggest effort in. It would ruin my ear even if I undefeated after that. Yeah, I will, because imagine coming back here after a loss. Oh, we'd be all up on you. But I'll tell you, man, of all the Georgia, why do I keep saying Georgia? Of all the Florida fans, I give you most respect, Georgia. I give you more respect because you try to keep it real, man. You try, and I like that because it's rare. I see a couple of Florida fans that keep it real, and I appreciate that. And I want to be a fan that keeps it real. I don't want to talk about like, dude, Tate Martell going to line up college football world, going to be Heisman, Miami going to thump everyone. No, I mean, here's the reality of it. We had a 7-6 season, but here's the reality. We have some really good athletes, a new offensive scheme putting in, really good coaches, a lot of momentum. We have really good potential, but it's year one with these guys. There's a lot to figure out. So you got to keep it real, and you got to say, hey, there's competition on their side of the ball. We got to play our best game, and it's got to be very competitive that way. If we make mistakes and mentality, we'll see. It's just personal between Gators and oh, it is. It's a huge rivalry game. It's so personal. It is definitely very personal, man, for sure. No question about it. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes and where it leads. Y'all, I'm going to be ending the stream in, let's see, what time is it? 7:38. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, y'all. I'm going to give you guys your last thoughts, your last inputs, things to look for spring day 2. Day 2, what do you look for in spring day 2? Throw it down in the chat. If you're enjoying this stream, smash that like button. It really helps me out. If you want a tip, super chat button down below. I really appreciate it. We don't need you on our schedule. It's too much exposure. Oh, okay. Is that why you never put us on the schedule? Oh, okay. I don't care. We beat everyone's booty last year. Yeah, well, our offense is vibing. It's looking good. We'll see. I hope so. More consistently from quarterbacks. I hope so. What are your thoughts? Okay, so you want more consistency from quarterback. Definitely. But Enos is going to be putting it in for sure. He's going to be really pushing it in the getting. I definitely want to see consistency. Maybe once every 5 or 10 years they will, but I don't want to play us. You need to make it to play us and play us. So I follow what you're saying there. That's not a bad idea. Playoffs every year for Florida Gators, but I like to see Florida Gators, schedule a bit more often. Y'all got to play us. Go over the spread offense. Like I said, Florida fans treat us like the Olympics every 4 years. I got you, man. I got you. We'll see. What I personally want to see from spring practice day 2. Here's the thoughts. Less mistake by the defense. There's a couple of mistakes, and it kind of got me worried. Definitely more consistency on the quarterback side. Running backs. I'm curious to see what our running backs got going on. More from the receivers. Okay. Receivers did really well, but they definitely had some drops. And improvements there. I definitely want to see a lot of work put in from our receivers. Miami's too good to put on our schedule. We already have a good schedule. We don't need the risk. Yeah, okay. So, hey, but too many teams have, awful schedules, I'll be honest with y'all. Really cake schedules, and it really doesn't impress me at all. But now that you mentioned George, let me look at y'all's schedule. All right? Since you mentioned it, Florida Gators schedule. Miami versus Florida. Good, tough game. Tate Martell, fine, one FCS opponent. Kentucky, had a very, very lucky good first year, but not impressed. Tennessee, trash SEC team. Towson, another FCS opponent. Auburn, they're all right. LSU, definitely a solid program, and I think they'll be continuing being solid. South Carolina, nothing impressive there. Georgia's definitely a very good. So you got, what do we got? LSU, Georgia, Miami, 3. Vanderbilt's cake. Missouri's cake. Florida State, we'll see. To be determined there. Look, your schedule's not that impressive either, okay? You have 3 good games. Miami, Miami, I'm not going to say that Miami's schedule is insanity either at all. They can improve. They definitely can improve the schedule. But the issue with us isn't so much that we scheduled wimps. It's that we're playing the ACC and it's not doing well on the side of the Coastal. We'll see. To get focused on the linebackers. Yeah, linebackers, I hope they do well. Perry might have the best if focused. He's got to be consistent. For sure, y'all. 3 more minutes, y'all. 3 more minutes, and I'll cut it off. Give your last thoughts. What you want to see spring practice day 2. Your thoughts. What you want to see spring practice day 2. I want to see a very solid play from the quarterback, like I was saying. I want to see some news on the running backs. We'll see. Perry won you guys some ball games. He has good highlights. Yeah, if Rick Kate stayed with him consistently, we wouldn't be having these conversations, I think, y'all. I think we'd not be having... If he was stayed there with Virginia game, we'd not be having this conversation. John Rick was Miami's worst quarterback ever. Speak those facts about the Florida schedule. I keep hearing it, y'all, and it ticks me off. Everyone talks about Miami's got a cake schedule. SEC. Which side of the SEC? Don't talk to me about SEC in Tennessee, South Carolina, Kentucky, Missouri garbage. Don't talk to me. SEC ball. Don't. Come on. Let's be real. That's garbage. I don't even worry about Florida football anymore. We have a competent coaching staff and the support staff. I know you're working on it too. I think Florida football with both programs are on the rise. Get George for sure. They're doing very well. You might be right, Craig. In all honesty, we're going to find out pretty soon. We will, man. A couple 100 days, like a little bit over 100 days or so. Y'all, give me your thoughts. Give me your last thoughts of what you want to see in spring practice day 2. Someone just texted me. How do I feel about Tate's height? 5'10". He's different, okay? Think of him as Johnny Manziel. Well, now, I know Manziel hasn't been the greatest and all that. Russell Wilson. The height, he plays with a attitude that he don't care about height, and he utilizes his legs because of his height. So I don't think it's an issue. I don't at all. So we'll see. I'm cool with his height. I'm cool with it. As long as he utilizes his legs, it's good. If you're a pocket passer and you're 5'10", ain't great. George trusts me. He's Malik Rashid, the sequel. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see if he's a noodle arm or not. Give me your last thoughts. On the defensive side, though, I'll tell you, there was not enough news, so, check it out. Be sure to check out the videos that I threw up. They're really cool and very in-depth. They're longer than usual, so you'll get to see real deal Miami spring ball and my crazy reaction to Tate Martell. I appreciate y'all. It's been a crazy, great day for Miami Hurricanes. But, Florida Gators are coming up soon. I'm excited. It's going to be a competitive game. But it doesn't matter. It's always all about the U. Peace out, y'all. Have a great evening, and I'll talk and see y'all soon.